Hi everyone, my name is Otis. You're welcome to Otalium's Academy. So before I get started, I just want to say thank you for all of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel in the last 3 weeks. So we've just crossed over 600 subscribers. That was awesome, and I really appreciate that. So, but if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please I encourage you to do so. Just go down below this video and you find the subscribe button. Just hit that subscribe button so you get an alert of when our new video comes out. So the topic for today is Google key website quality indicators. You all know that Google do come up with regular updates. So, and Google has had thousands of regular updates since they had the first major update in 2011. So today we're going to look at there've been a shift and there've been an improvement from their update, and their focus have been on the user friendly, the user interface. So we're going to look at some of these updates today and how it impacts on your site SEO or on your website visibility. So it is called the Google Core Web Vitals. What are these vitals? So it means they are very essential for your online visibility. And we're going to discuss that today. And that's what is going to be your focus, because Google is focusing on on the page experience for the users. So users are getting frustrated each time they are searching for information and they're not actually getting that the relevant information that they are looking for. So probably that's why Google is actually focusing on the user experience or on the page experience. So you remember the last update was all about the searcher's intent. So today we're going to focus the Google Core Web Vitals focuses on simple user experience characteristics of your web page, like the loading time. Like I've said that before, the loading time of your website is very, very important. It is absolutely important, because if a searcher gets to your site or trying to get to your site and it's taking time to load, it's going to abandon your site and leave for other site, because there are numerous alternatives. That's why it's important that you pay attention to the load time of your web pages. Interactivity. This is also very, very important. How responsive are your website, the buttons on your call to actions that is on your site. When somebody click those buttons, how responsive are these buttons? Because that enhances the user experience if it is responsive. So Google is paying attention to all these characteristics to rank your site. So if you're a site owner or you're a business owner, so it is important that you begin to pay attention to these characteristics. Then the visual page stability. What does that mean? Your graphics, your web page graphics, your images on your website. And you get to certain website, you find out that the images are all over the place. So Google is now paying attention to this. So if your site have those characteristics where your images are all over the whole places, so then that's going to impact on your visibility. That's going to impact on your ranking. So pay attention to this metrics. So the rationale behind the metrics can sometimes be tricky, but an understanding of what these metrics are trying to achieve will help your optimization process. So let's look at some of these metrics. The core web vital metrics as follows. We want to look at it. What is it that this Google is looking for on your page? We're going to look at the largest contentful paints. Then the second one is first input display, or what you can the total booking time, and the cumulative layout shift. So these core web vitals metrics are important for your ranking, and a combination of other metrics can may be useful or can add as a leading indicators to predict the user experience on a given day or on a given change, or experience a given change. So let's look at each of these individual components. The largest contentful paint. What is Google looking for? because this actually measures your page loading time as perceived by the users. It also measures the time of the largest element visible within the viewport. So this is on the point of the viewer. How does the viewer, how does the user, how does it perceive your site? How does it perceive the load time? Because that impacts on his user experience. So it also measures how long it takes main content of the page to display to the user. So focusing on the user perceived experience. That's what I've just said. So it is absolutely very important when you're looking at all this metric, because this is what is going to help your ranking going forward. So it's important that you pay attention to this. So we're going to go to the first impute delay. So what does that mean? This is also one of those ranking factors in this Google algorithm updates. We're talking about the page responsiveness when the user is actually searching for an information. So this first input delay measures your page responsiveness when the user is imputing either a keyword trying to get an information on your site. So the second is it also measured the time from when a user first interacts with a web page. Look at it. You have to pay attention here. So that also boils down to your load times. So it starts monitoring when the user is trying to get onto your site. So this is about user experience. It is very important. In the last couple of updates, Google has been emphasizing on the user experience. So if you have not factored this into your website, this is the time for you to do a comprehensive audit of your website to find out if these components are missing on your website. If you really want to improve or increase your conversion rate, if you want to improve on your visibility, it is important. So we talked about the next metric is the cumulative layout shift. This actually measures your page stability. So when I'm talking about the page stability, I'm talking about those components, those images that you have on your website. Are they dancing around? Are they all over the place? So just know that this could impact your visibility on the internet and your ranking. So it also tallies up how many times the components on this page move or shift around while the page is loading. Have you ever gone to a particular website and you find out that as soon as the page is loading, you see different images are flying from left and right? So this negatively impacts on the user experience. And Google is telling you to pay attention to that and fix it if your site have that kind of problem. So the next will be how to improve this web vitals. We've talked about the challenges. We talked about the problems. We talked about how this impacts on your on the user's experience. So how do we improve it if you have those problems on your site? One, let your users guide your on-page optimization, search engine optimization. So like as I said, when you're optimizing your site, please optimize for your users. Have your users in mind, not just for search engine. Use analytics to identify your most important pages. And if these vitals are in place, because if not, it's going to negatively impact on your visibility and on your ranking. Visual stability and interactivity is also important. So if your site is functioning well, you can actually delay every non-essential piece of the JavaScript to execute after the page is stable for the user. You can delay that. You can use different plugins also to do that. I think we talked about that in our last in our last presentation. So I think I've actually gone through this Google updates and this Google core website vitals and the metrics. So I'm just putting the summary because if you are following and you didn't have the time to actually write down something, so you can actually write down the what this is all about, what Google is looking for, the Google 3 specific focal points when it comes to the Google Core Web Vitals. So you can go through it. I'm just going to give you just a few seconds to go through it. And this is actually going to help you going forward because it's all about the user experience. So, and I hope that you've actually written down something for today. And I still want to thank you for watching this presentation. And I look forward to see you in our next presentation. But before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, be part of this presentation. And I want to say thank you for watching. Have a great day.